Hey everybody, surprise! This is a surprise video for me. I've been telling y'all for the last few weeks that I've been wanting to do more frequent shows, and what's left to do but to do it, right? So thank you for watching this episode of JoAnna's Point of View. Man, I was inspired to do this particular episode when, okay, y'all know this is my therapy session. I don't got no friends, so I talk to y'all. So you know when like things are kind of crazy, kind of hectic in your life, right? And then it finally starts to calm down, and all of a sudden you'll have that one guy, that one toxic, self-serving guy will always pop up like, hey, it was good. So I know I'm not the only one that has that experience, right? Like when you are finally like, oh, okay, I'm finally to the point where I'm not having daily headaches. I'm finally to the point where I can look at my phone and not see another blocked phone call because I done blocked your ass and you still calling, and I don't have to look at these messages. I get them calm down. I'm finally getting a chance to breathe and relax, and hear this motherfucker come. In my case, this is an ex of mine who I was with when my car broke down. It still broke down, but I'm getting up, but don't even worry about it. But I was with him when my car broke down, and he said, my uncle has a shop. He worked on transmissions, motors, everything. It's right there in Dallas, off of I-30 in Mesquite. I'm like, I'm familiar with that area. You know what I mean? I used to live over there. Where's that? He tell me where it's at. I'm like, oh, that's right around the corner from Michelle's Soul Food Cooking. Hey, miss you guys. I wish I could come and snack right now on some of them oxtails. Oh. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, I know where the place is. I know where it's at. He was like, well, I'm going to have the car towed because the car's not cranking. It won't cut on no more. So he's like, I'm going to have the car towed. It's up here. But we have a tow truck and everything. Don't worry about that. He was like, but you probably have to pay, like, you know, for mileage. And I was like, well, how much you think it is? He was like, I'll get it towed up there for $80. Give me $80. I'm like, shit, that's a lick. You know what I mean? Like, my man is going to get my car towed an hour and a half away so that he can fix it for me. And I'm getting a discount on the fixing because he works on cars too. So he's going to help his uncle, the mechanic, so he can get a real deep discount on the work. I'm like, hell yeah. I go to the store immediately, go hit the ATM, bloop, take off $80. Boom, here you go. You know, and then, you know, I lay over my man out caking and stuff until he's ready to leave. He drove down there to see me, mind you, at this time. In somebody else's car, because the nigga ain't got one of his own, or at least one at work. But anyway, he's gone 1 week, and I don't hear anything about towing the car. He's gone 2, 3, 4 weeks, ain't nothing ever happened with the car. So now I'm hitting him up like, bro, what's going on? And every time I hit him up, he's like, first of all, it takes him a day or so before he even responds to me. But what he does is always, oh, my uncle's working on this particular car right here. We almost done with it. So when we get done with that car and get to move it out the way, we can have room to bring in your car, and that's when we'll come and get it. I'm like, okay, that can happen. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's a plausible explanation. Okay. But after a month of that bullshit going on, I was finally like, yo, don't even worry about it. Instead of me spending this money on getting this car fixed, I'm just going to buy me another car. You know what I mean? So, can you just cash at me my money back, and I'll put that towards getting the next car? He was like, all right, yeah, I got you. This man has been holding this $80 of mine for 3 months. I done told him several times, my man, just keep it. Like, don't even worry about it. You can have that. Because in my opinion, if $80 is all it cost me to get rid of your toxic, nothing, good for nothing ass, If $80 is all it costs for me to be rid of that headache, I got off cheap. So nigga, keep it. And then when I say keep it, he'll go radio silent. I won't hear from him for like a week or two. And then he'll hit me up out the blue. Oh, I'm just getting back from out of town. You know, I do this work with the business or whatever. We've been in California, so I ain't been able to, you know, get to my phone and stuff. But I'm back in town now, so I'm going to come down there and bring you the money. Every 3 weeks, this motherfucker comes up with another location where he's been out of town at with my money, and why he ain't been able to bring it back. And then when he gets back in town, he's like, yeah, I'm back in town, so I'm going to come down there tomorrow and bring it to you. Oh, and then when tomorrow comes and he doesn't show up, something else tragic happened in his life why he couldn't do it. But I'm going to see you when I come back in town, because right now I'm in Milwaukee, or some bullshit like that. I'm like, so it finally dawned on me that this $80 is this man's lifeline to me. I've already said keep it. But then when I started thinking about the principle of it, like, that's my money, nigga. I didn't have to pay you for anything. Like, I didn't owe you that. It's my money. When I start letting myself think like that, I'm allowing him the availability to keep coming back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for this bullshit. So finally today, I get a text message in the AM, and it's from that nigga, and he says, just got back in town from California. I will be out there ASAP to bring you that. I don't like to owe nothing to a friend, not with nobody thinking of me in a way that's not of my character. Nigga, I haven't heard from this motherfucker in almost a month, and this is the message I get out the blue today. So I said, you know what, we can stop this right now. Right now. So I text his ass back and I say, hold on, y'all, because it's pretty good. I said, keep it. I do not want to be bound to you for $80 any longer. And I don't want it to be the reason I can't move on from you anymore. $80 was never worth all of this. Please don't contact me again. Now, if I'm a man getting this message, and I know I've been bullshitting with this girl money, and been holding this girl money for months now, and bullshitting about getting her car fixed, and I really have I don't want to give the money back to her, because I've already spent the original $80. I've spent that shit so many times. I've spent that over 10 times in the past couple of months that I've been holding on to it. You know what I mean? So you know you don't want to give it back to me. You just want there to be an end to me. So he wanted for me to say, oh, okay, well, you know, you back in town, when you gonna come down here and try to and do that right there, because he wants to feel like when he comes down here and brings me back my money, that he's going to be rewarded by getting to fuck me. Nigga, you almost hit me with that bullshit. Do you honestly think you've been holding on to my $80, not $80 that you worked for and earned? This is money that I went to the ATM and pulled off and handed to you for the reason of getting my vehicle towed to your uncle's shop so he can fix the vehicle, because it's not running, sitting in my driveway, been sitting there for 3 months. It's not moving. That's the reason why I handed you $80 out of my hard-earned money. And since that day, over 3 months ago, way over 3 months ago, since that day, you have done nothing but bullshit on the repairs, on the tow, on bringing me back my money. You have done this over and over and over as a way to see how I feel about you. So if I bring her the money back, is she gonna be cool enough to let me fuck though? Because I miss them guts, you know what I mean? Like, I miss it. So I need to make sure that she cool before I take it down there, because I don't want her, you know what I mean, to just take the money and slam the door in my face. Because that's exactly what the fuck I would do. Honestly, if this motherfucker pulled up to my house right now, knocked on my door, and was like, man, here, I got your money. I would take it out of his hand, close my screen door, lock it, close my front door, lock it, and I would come back in my room and continue to watch TV. I wouldn't even acknowledge him with a hello or any of that. I would just take the money, close the door, and never see his ass again. Bitch, you can stay out there for as long as you think it's going to take me to come back to the door and open it, because I'm not. But every time he's hit me up about this money, and I knew months ago that this is a ploy that he was using. So I tried to use the kill him with kindness theory. Like, let me go ahead and make him think that everything is cool and copacetic. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you know, whenever you can get it down here, I understand shit happens. You got something going on with your kids. You got something going on with this, that, and the other. I understand. Yeah, life happens. Just bring it to me when you can. When I was trying that tactic, his ass still would tell me he was on his way down here, not show up, and then not say nothing to me for another week or two, talking about, oh, I got called out for work, it was an emergency or some bullshit like that. I noticed that even though I was trying to play the game that I knew he was playing, he still wasn't bringing me my money. So when it dawned on me, I was like, I'm done playing the nice game. Like, I don't need to be nice to you to get my money back. Bitch, fuck that $80. Honestly, fuck it. I guarantee you that, nigga, when I go get my nails done, I promise you that $80 wouldn't cover it. So you thinking that $80 means so much to me, like I'm doing so bad that I need it. It's not that. It's that it's mine and I want it because you don't deserve it. You have done nothing to earn $80 from me. Nothing. Your sex ain't good enough to get $80 out of me. The whole time I've known you, and every time we've done it, you haven't earned $80 worth of money from me. So it's mine. I didn't owe you that. I wasn't paying you. I was giving you the money for you to facilitate a repair for me. And you've been using that money to hold me hostage to see if you can still come down here and smash whenever you finally get away down here. That's what I think about that. Nigga, fuck you. So after I said what I said, you know what that motherfucker said? All he said was one word with an emoji. Okay. With a sad face emoji. Nigga, you think I responded to that shit? Nope. Delete. Your number's already been blocked. Delete. Now, I have released myself from the trappings and ensnarement of this my money that you had, that you were dangling over my daggum head like a carrot. $80 ain't worth the games that I done had to play just to try to get it back from you. It hasn't been worth the games I've had to play with you just to try to get it back from you. Fuck that $80, man. You know how many $80 I've made since I gave it to you? I done doubled up, tripled up, 10 times up that daggum $80 since I handed it to you. It's not even the point that $80 is a lot of money and I want it. It's the point and the principle of the fact that it's mine. I gave it to you for a specific purpose that you could not facilitate. So you know you did not earn that money. Therefore, you should, in all moral consciousness, return my money to me. That's my problem. It could be $5 and I'll be like, man, like how long you gonna hold on to this $5 motherfucking dollars? Like, it's the point, it's the principle. The principle of the fact that you've done nothing in the whole time that I've known you. In no way, shape, form, or fashion, across the board, you have done nothing to earn $80 from me in the entire time I've known you. Everything, the things that you've done in the entire time I've known you combined still would not be enough to earn $80 from me. And it's mine. So that's the reason why I even let it go on this long, because in principle, nigga, I want my money back because you won't earn it. It ain't yours. I feel like you stole $80 from me, to be honest, my nigga. And then you honestly think that I'm going to go back and fuck you when I look at you like a motherfucking bum? Because only a bum steals $80 from a motherfucking single mother that needs to get her car fixed and uses it to hold her hostage. So you think you can come back and get some? Boy, fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. And the motherfuckers that look like you, the motherfuckers that come from you, and the motherfuckers that you came from, fuck you. Keep that $80 motherfucking dollars. It's not worth the headache no damn more. You know what I did when I told him to keep it? Bitch, I went to the ATM and I withdrew $80 and handed it to myself. Fuck you. I've been had that money back. I just didn't want your bum ass to have it because your bum ass ain't did a motherfucking thing since I met you to earn $80 from me. Nothing. I had to calm down because I done got re-pissed off. You know how that happens? Like something happen, you be pissed off at the moment, and then some time will pass and you be alright, and then you'll think about it or talk about that shit and you get right back pissed off. That's me right now, for real. Because honestly, I think niggas like that should be spayed and neutered. Like, nigga, you should not be able to reproduce, because there's nothing. The world does not need a copy of you in any form. Like, you're so worthless as a man that it should be illegal, outlawed, and biologically unable to reproduce. Him and every nigga like him. Like him and every other bum ass nigga that does shit like that to women just because you can. Just because you can. Like, y'all are bums. Y'all honestly should be castrated, because anything that comes from you, it can't be better than you. It just can't. And then I think about the fact that this is a man that has 2 almost teenage sons. God, I hope they take after their mama. Because if they like their daddy, bum, bum, bum. And I'm not sorry. I said it and I'm not sorry. It is what it is. I'm not sorry. My children, both of their dads, are bums too. You know how hard I have to work to make sure that I instill correct in morals and responsibilities and the correct things. Like, you know how hard I have to work to make sure that my kids have enough of the good things from me, that the bullshit, hoe ass shit that they daddies may have passed on to them, that it balances out. I'm just hoping for it to balance out, y'all. So don't think I'm just saying that somebody else can. No, most of my kids are products of ain't shit ass daddies. So I too know that I have to work, and I do work 10 times harder than any other mother I know to make sure that I instill in my kids the morals and responsibilities and goals, and I work hard to make sure I instill that in my kids, because I know genetically they came from a whole bunch of bullshit. I will say, I was lucky enough to at least meet one father whose genes wasn't so dominant that my son is not handsome. He's gorgeous. My daughter, she's gorgeous. But trust me, she went through a phase there that I did not know what was going to happen, because I started seeing her daddy creep up in her, and I was like, oh, that ain't shitness. But then it evened on out. Now she's a beautiful, beautiful Blazette cheerleader, upward bound scholar. Yeah, I have worked hard to instill the correct things in her, and it has turned out beautifully for the most part. But I have to work so hard to make sure my kids don't turn out like they ain't shit ass daddies. So I know that unless that man's ex, unless she is just, I hope that she's one of those mothers like me, like, listen, I'm gonna pick up the slack. This nigga tripping, fuck it, I got it. I really hope she's a mother like that, because if not, boy, it's gonna be 2 more of this motherfucker unleashed on the world in just a few years. Hide your kids, hide your wives, hide your daughters, because if not, it's gonna be 2 more motherfuckers just like this son of a bitch. It's gonna be let loose on the community and on y'all's kids. So Bitches, be careful. And well, that's it for me. Yeah, I just feel like I need to get that off my chest. So why not do it on the good old episode of JoAnna's Point of View? I thank y'all for coming back and joining me in this conversation. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all gonna have things to say. Leave it in the comments. I'm with it. I talk to me, I talk back. And I said what I said, and that's just what it is. Alright, y'all.